So this is somewhat of a first initial block out. It's not bad. It's a good starting point. It's a lot more work to be done, but I'm going to take a break and just tumble it and see how I want to proceed as I sort of move to the next stage, which really is trying to get this box-like shape of the knee. You see, unfortunately, you can't just resolve just one of these and take it to finish. You have to do the rest of it and see how it looks as a collective, and then you start going back in there and fixing these other minor issues. But this would be a good time to take a look at what it's feeling like in the other poses.
I'll do that. Okay. Okay.
I do want to be careful though, because even with muscular people, the outside of the calf is not defined, right? The sharp plane break or definition happens on the inside here. So I did say this was just a block out just for me to know where to pull out, and that I am going to eventually smooth it out. But if it's going to be anywhere, it's going to be here. It's going to be prominent here. And I'm going to work on that shortly. But definitely out here, it's a lot less pronounced out here. I'm going to continue filling this in. I want to come to this more realistic pose and bring the hips down a little bit more so that I get a flush pose for this one. This one is fine, and this one I just want to be able to get a realistic, just more flush. And I do have to be careful about that, because even though I sculpted this to accommodate the previous pose, I have to consider what would happen in a case like this. It looks weird. So immediately I realized that I cannot tailor this part, this inner gluteal part, just for the pose that I had previously on 74. I just have to make it a crescent round shape, make it look like gravity is reacting on it, but it needs to be able to survive on its own, even if it doesn't touch the back of the shin. Otherwise, it'll just look weird. So I'm going to give a better shape, a better crescent shape. And let it feel more independent. It'll still have this box-like shape because it's supposed to be resting on something, but I need to be able to get good silhouettes even when it's not touching the back of the shins. Working to remove that hook from there, doing a lot of smoothing and moving. I like this adductor mass, it's looking good. One thing I do want to make sure I capture is that straight. I thought I wanted just the S shape, but I think I want that straight shape. The S is cool, and maybe I shouldn't entirely decide, but I feel like this straight does a much better job of showcasing how these two masses are pushing against each other. It's like forceful line stuff. You know, it's a straight that just cuts right through. This hook is more so on the outside, but in here I do want this kind of straight. So I'm going to try to achieve that. And to help sell that straight, I do want this hook to be more prominent. There's a lot of penetration that's happening again, and I'm going to go back and resolve that after this looks good from here. And I have to just make sure it looks good enough here. One thing I'm not doing is looking at the legs from the top here. I do need to address that. But even before I continue doing all this work, I need to start going to figure out how this knee area is supposed to feel like, because that is probably one of the more important parts. I'm going to move this out the way so I have more space in the viewport. Okay. Yeah, this feels very wrong. So I need to start thinking about the mass of this knee. It's definitely needs to be more box-like in preparation for this hook. But another thing I'm forgetting about is how this fat tissue here is opposing aggressively here. Like here, this little mound that you get here. And ultimately, it produces this shape, which is more evident here. It's this tubular mass, which sometimes feels like it's a tubular mass that goes on here, but it's like this. It's a tubular mass that I feel like sometimes feel like that. It does descent here, but it goes like that. So looking for this to create this tubular mass is these two tubular masses pushing on each other. But it's just that I need to be careful. It's not a perfect, it's not like this with two tubular masses pushing on each other that continues all the way. It's not like an entire cylinder that's bent, right? This part is flat. So this part is more flatter. So I have to make sure I get that. Otherwise it'll look a little weird. So I'm going to go back to 74 and try to get that mass. Start pulling it out. And getting it is what actually helps to sell that straight even more. Yeah, it's its own mass. It starts to feel like an island of its own. Yeah, and to make sure that over here I have a more planar feel to it. Let's keep the massing here. I might also come to the realization that I might be pushing too far, but it's better to push all the way and then dial it back rather than not push enough. And be gingerly moving things around, just pull it all the way. There's a gestural line that tracks itself. I think it's the quadriceps. Oh, I think where that sartorius line cuts. This gestural line I want to put in aggressively, and then I'll tone it down. Basically this. It's a line that goes up there like that. It obviously fades in, but it's going to help me get that shape. I'm going to take my cutting brush, try to get it like that. It's real aggressive.